locator is page.getByText. So this locator we use to find the elements based on their visible text. So what I mean by visible text is, I'll explain. Let me go to Amazon. Here I can see all this text, correct? Mobiles, electronics, customer service. Let me inspect, right click and select inspect. So here as we can see, this customer service text is enclosed within a tag. Here the A tag started and here it is closed. So in this case, we can consider get by text. I'll show you another example. I will inspect this, right click and select inspect. In this case also, this hello sign in is enclosed inside this span tag. In this case also, we can consider text by get by text. So when we cannot use get by text is, I will inspect this. See, we do not have any visible text here. Input tag is open and it is not closed, and we do not see any text here. And let me inspect this search button also. To search, just press this and click on any element. And here see, this input tag is open and it is not closed, and we do not have any visible text. So in that case, do not take get by text locators. Take get by text locator only there is a visible text, and that text should be enclosed within a tag. Okay. Okay, now let us click on this customer service. Right click, inspect, and we can see here customer service and it is enclosed. Copy this text. We'll go to notepad, we'll write a locator. So how to write a locator? Await space page dot get by text. Get by text, and here type the visible text. Type the visible text. In our case, what is the visible text? The visible text is customer service. Let me paste it here. Oh, customer service. I'll copy it again. Paste. Let us go to VS Code, locators. I don't want to perform this action, so I'll comment it out. To comment, select the lines and press Control slash. Now paste this line. And what we need to do, we need to click on it. So dot click. And to observe the result after that, let us take this hard weight. Let us execute this. npx playwright test, and what is the file name? locators.spec.ts, and I want to see the result. So headed, and I want to execute on Chromium. Project is equal to Chromium. And press enter. It started execution. Amazon launched. Clicking on, it clicked on customer service. I gave 5 seconds delay, so it is waiting. So one test passed. So when we need to use get by text, whenever there is a text visible text enclosed within a tag, and do not consider this text if the text is inside any attribute like Arial label or any placeholder. It should be like this inside a tag. Next one is get by label. Get by label is used to locate the elements by their associated label text. It means the element should have label tag and for attribute. To show you this, I found a website that is from tutorials point. This is to practice. You can use this form to practice. Okay, so here let me inspect this name. Right click and inspect. As we can see, it has label tag. Only on these cases we can use get by label locator, and it has label tag and for attribute. So how to write a locator for this? Let us go to notepad, await space page dot get by label, here label text. So I'll copy this. And what is our label text? Our label text is this one, name colon, and do not take this the name which is with the for attribute. Always take the text which is enclosed within label tag. Copy this and A. I'm copying this. Okay, let us go to VS Code. Okay, let us create another test. We'll give locators practice. Let us give the same name. Should not give the same name actually. Async bracket open, inside a curly braces type page, then after a bracket anonymous function. Here what we need to do, we need to visit the website, await page dot go to. Let us copy the URL, copy and paste it. Now let us take this locator. So as we can see here, we cannot perform any action on it. Name, we cannot click. Even if we click on it, we cannot validate whether it's clicked or not. So what I'll do is I'll validate that it should be visible on the page. Await page dot get by label name. So what I'll do is I'll keep this in some variable. So I can put an assertion saying it should be visible. Const label name, some variable, then await expect. What I'm expecting this label name to be visible, to be visible. This is my assertion. So save, and I've skipped this test. Let us run. See, two are running, but we are skipping the first one. So one skipped, one passed. So we use get by label whenever the element has label, tag, and for attribute in it. Next is page dot get by placeholder locator. We use this locator only to locate the input fields by their placeholder text. Usually in input fields we see the attribute that is placeholder. Only in that case we can use this locator. Let me go to this website, the same website, and inspect. As we can see, we have placeholder attribute. So in that case, we can take this locator, that is get by placeholder, and we can identify this by this text value. So let us go to notepad and write a locator, await space page dot get by placeholder, and name or value of the placeholder text. I'll copy this and paste it. So since we are using the same application, copy, I'll use the same test. Validated should be visible. Then I'll say await page dot by get holder dot, I will enter some value. Fill, I will type name. Name is entered something. I wanted to see this, so I'll take wait, hard wait. Save and let us execute. Before that, so by dot placeholder, we can use this only on the attributes placeholder. It should have the placeholder attribute and it should be input text. Usually only this placeholder is associated with the input tag. Let us execute this. So as we can see, the text is entered. That is, name is entered. Page dot get by alt text. This locator is used to locate the images or any other media that have an alt attribute, alt attribute. Here, this alt attribute has some text that is the description of an image or other media. So to show you this, let's go to this Flipkart and inspect this mobile. So as we can see here, we have alt text, that is mobiles. Again for kilos also, let's inspect. Right click, inspect. As we can see, it has alt text. In order to use this get by alt text locator, any element should have alt attribute. This is must. If this is not there, we cannot use this locator. So how to write the locator? Here the same thing, await space page dot get by alt text. You don't have to open notepad and write directly, you can use VS Code. I'm just doing this so that you will remember this if I repeat many times. The text of the alt text. Here I'll take kilos. Let's copy this. Let us go to VS Code. So we have to create another test for Flipkart. Let me copy this whole thing and paste, and I'll skip this previous one because I want to execute only the current one. Dot skip. Let me copy the URL, Flipkart URL. So much is coming. Instead of tutorials point, I'll take this website, Flipkart. I'll remove this line. Take this. and I'll click on it. So paste dot click. I'll take this hard weight, save. So now let me execute this. It is saying the name is same. So I'll change the name to save and let me run again. Three tests are running, but two are skipped. Flipkart. Let's click on kilos. So as we can see, one test is passed. So when we can use get by alt text is whenever there is an alt attribute associated with the image tag. Next is page dot get by title. In Playwright, we use this locator to element the locator based on the title attribute. If an element has title attribute, then we can use this locator. So let us go to this website and inspect this. Right click and inspect. So here, as we can see, this element has title attribute. So we can use this get by title to identify this locator. So how to write the locator? Same way, await space page dot get by title. And here we need to enter the name of the title or value of it. And let us copy this and go to VS Code locator. So since we are using this tutorial point, we'll use the same test. Dot click and let us skip this one and remove the skip here. Save. So when we use get by title, whenever an element has attribute title. So let us execute this. It entered the name, waiting for some time. It is passed. To see that, let us give wait here. Let me remove this weight from here. So I clicked on it. So when we can use get by title, so whenever a tag has an attribute that is title, we can use get by title. Our next locator is page dot get by test id. In order to use that, we need to have an attribute that is data hyphen test id, and I did not find any website which has this attribute data hyphen test id. If you find in your project, please do practice this. You know what happens sometimes? Developers frequently update the UI elements, changing their attributes, class names, and other things. And when these changes happens, automation scripts depending on those elements fails. To address this, developers added this special attribute that is data hyphen test id, and this is specifically for testing purpose, and this remains unchanged. Okay, if you find this attribute anywhere, you please to practice it. So now we are at the end of our session. This covers our built-in locators recommended by Playwright. Please do practice, and thank you for watching this video. And if you get stuck anywhere or if you do not understand anything, please do comment below. I will try to address it. Thank you.